How are you guys all doing today? My name is Blaine. I'll be presenting on conflict resolution. Before we get started, I wanted to quote Paul J. Meyer. He's the founder of the Success and Motivation Institute, and he states that communication, the human connection, is the key to personal and career success. I definitely believe that to be true, especially in the eyes of conflict resolution. Let's get started. So the one thing you gotta remember when it comes to conflict in the workplace is to just simply step back and breathe. The acronym is displayed a little bit more on the handout that I gave you. First thing that you want to remember is that there are steps that can be taken by each individual before the company and before all that paperwork needs to get involved. There often are human resources available to everybody, and there's most often a company policy in place for any kind of conflict within the workplace. Also, always recognize that you as an individual, you are protected. Under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act, you cannot be wrongfully terminated due to any kind of discrimination, including that of conflict. Finally, conflict does not necessarily equate to hostility. So just because there's an issue doesn't mean that it's going to be an uncomfortable work environment for you going forward. The first thing to do is to be understanding. If you're able to step aside from the situation, be logical, unbiased, analytical, you're really then able to find out more about it. If you're able to be understanding, you're able to remove all that emotion from it, it's going to help you along the process. Which then the second step is to relive. Once you're in that analytical mindset, you're able then to go back and look at what happened, whether it's a situation, the circumstances, and kind of chop it up to really begin to understand it, why it happened. Third one then is to evaluate. Once you've chopped it up and everything, you can really begin to see the who, the what, the when, the where, the how. Who was involved, what happened, how it happened, where it happened, why it happened, things like that. You're really able to start to understand the true issue. Which then brings you to addressing it. Be able to then find out the root of the issue, whether it was the circumstances you were in, the environment that you were in, the person you were involved with, or simply just how you felt that day, that morning, that moment. Finally, you're then able to talk. And I love this quote: 2 monologues do not equal a dialogue. It's extremely true. Just because you go up and talk to someone and they say some words back to you does not necessarily mean that there was an understanding between the two of you. And if that is the case, that's often when you want to get HR involved. The numbers on here, as well as on your handout, and there is a policy in which we can set both of you down in an equal-footed environment and be able to talk it out and walk away without any personal or career repercussions. And then, educate. This is obviously going to be the most important. If you're able to come to an understanding with the individual or individuals within the problem, and you're able to explain your side, and you're able to then listen to their side, this is when a true resolution can come into play. This is when progress has happened. And what really is beneficial about this is that when you're able to educate the other person, you're able to prevent future conflict. And that makes for a significantly better workplace. So then, as you can tell, if you go through the brief situation at any given point in time, you're really able to successfully, or it gives you a foundation to successfully find a good resolution to any given conflict. Thank you.
Alright, Chad, you are the winner. Email, Chad?
No.